Welcome back to Overhead Athletics. I'm joined today by Cam. As you can see, Cam's a giant, 6'10", college pitcher, but he's coming off of a shoulder surgery, and what we're working on is actually getting his elbow up in the throw. When you have rotator cuff pathology, when you have labral pathology and the elbow's low, you put yourself in not only a poor position to access your full rotation or full layback of the arm, but you also put your shoulder in a position where the rotator cuff can potentially become impinged inside the joint, internal impingement. We've done some videos on that with one of our college infielders. We're looking at Cam's throw here. We're talking about getting the elbow up in the throw. So we've been working on this for a couple weeks. It's a slow process in the beginning because he can only throw so many throws and he can only throw at a certain percent intensity. What we're doing here on the mound is we're actually having him go from a low point and get the elbow up. So he's actually doing an internally focused activity where he's focused on the height of the ball and the height of the arm. So go ahead and get set for me in that one we've been doing here today. And you'll see this is much better than the video you'll see on the screen, which is just him working on it the first day and then working on it over the last week here. Go ahead. You can see he's starting to get that elbow up. I want you to throw it a little bit higher for me there into the net. He's starting to get this elbow up here. Much better sequence. That was a nice one. Do it again. So we can work on these things in a very controlled environment, just like this throw here, and then we can start to progress those to nice. We can start to progress those to throws where he's less controlled. We'll utilize some of that stuff in the beginning, and then we'll start to add in more of this. But really right now what he's focused on is getting the ball towards the top of his head. You can see he gets it to an adequate height, and then we say, okay, well now you have to focus on getting the ball to the top of the head, but instead of starting out here, I want you to start with just toe touch right here. So all the way in, yep, gloves tucked, and then the glove goes up as well. So we're adding components of the throw. Good. Now, it's important that we maintain fluidity in this early process. So early on in the rehabilitation of rotator cuff surgery, we're trying to maintain fluidity, but we have to be very controlled in our application of throwing. So go ahead and do that again for me. And we'll see more variation between throws. He's just not as proficient from here as he is from the feet wide. So we can always go back and replicate what we did there in the beginning. And then from here we can actually have him start with the ball up. I want you to hold that position and go.
Where do you want my legs?
Close. He's already good at lifting the ball with the feet apart. We're going to have him do it in close. Either. Good. One more like that. That's the height you get your arm to. So we're trying to get him to remember a feel here. So you have pull from the ball low, start with the ball already high, keep it up there. Then we can make it hard on him, start him even higher. I want you to start higher. I want you to pull down, but not too low. I want you to pull right to that same spot. So we're giving him some positional awareness here. Yep, pull it in. So positional awareness, he has to get it to that same height. It's looking very good. Nice. Now let's grab a ball here. So for somebody Cam's size, the ball on the head trick here is nice. He's got to hold that as long as he can. Oop, on the side of the head there. So back of the hand, back of the ball. A little bit up. Roll it up. Good. So he's got to try to hold that. Look at the target. Good. Good. We'll have him do about 3 reps like that. So we're giving him different techniques and different ways to actually stimulate the same thing. Now when he gets a little fatigued here, we take him out. You've seen the activity that we actually do where we walk with the chaos ball, the aqua ball, and he's got to hold the elbow up. We can do that in a rest period. Good. Now we go away from that. He started to internalize that positioning a little bit over the course of a few throws. We actually have to teach him, okay, this is how we do it from the glove. So now he's going to start palm up, so it's a nice swing through and go. So this is actually a new one for him. He's never actually done, so it's a nice fluid swing through and go. Yep, just let your arm be relaxed, make a good throw here. Good. So now we're increasing fluidity, teaching him that height. Might do a couple here if he struggles. We'll actually put him back towards the other positions that he's already been successful at. Now here, we're not so focused on anything. He's just being an athlete and going. Initially, we're saying, okay, here's what I want you to focus on. Now we're being an athlete and just going. So give me one or two more here. Remember, you got a nice little progression here. Start wide, move to narrow. Give yourself more time with the feet narrow, less time with the feet wide. He can do this one as his last one, lifting the ball as his initial. Start with the ball high. Give him actually a fixed point high. Good. So just to recap here. Feet wide, takes time away. He's going to start here, here, lift that ball to that height. Then he's got to go feet close, toe touch, get the ball to that height as he goes. Then from there, he's actually got to start with the ball here, go, take the ball from high, keeping that elbow up, still bringing it in, and then you start to implement some of this other stuff where he's actually focused on letting the arm swing through or utilizing a ball up top. If you like this little progression, hit the thumbs up. Check us out in the next video. We'll see you there.